Hey guys, we are with Phanteks. Brian is here. He's going to be talking us through a few things. I can see that we've got an Enthoo Pro M here, but it is a little bit different. Can you tell us about this here?
Sure, absolutely. So what we have here is our Pro M Special Edition, and what makes it different from our regular edition is the addition of an RGB controller. We have a white interior, as well as the case will include two of our Halo fan frames.
Okay, speaking of halos, I can see we've got a few products here. Can you talk us through, what's the deal with this situation here?
So our new product is our Halos. We have two different versions, the Halos and Halos Luxe. The difference is going to be the Halos is a standard plastic frame, whereas the Luxe is an aluminum frame. Each of the frames will have an LED strip that's controllable either through your Asus or MSI motherboard. You can also connect it to an RGB controlled Phanteks case as well.
Okay, so what you're saying here is none of these fans are LED ready in terms of, the fan itself isn't LED. It's just literally the frame, is that?
So what it is actually a frame that you can add to any fan, whether it be a 120 millimeter or 140 millimeter, and it'll add RGB lighting to your fan. So if you have a high performance fan, you don't have to sacrifice not being able to have an RGB system just because you want that performance.
Okay. And this setup here, this will work with the different RGB LED systems from Asus, MSI, Gigabyte?
Yeah, that's correct. Asus, Sync, MSI, Mystic Light, and Gigabyte Fusion, they're all compatible.
Okay, excellent. And on both of these products here, what is the availability and also the pricing? What can people expect?
Okay, for pricing on the regular Halos, whether it's 120 or 140, you're looking at $9.99 USD. For the Luxe, it's a little bit more expensive at $17.99 for the 120 and $19.99 for the 140.
Okay, and just over here, we've got these two cases here which were known as Project 217. They've now been named Shift, so can you tell us more about this?
Sure, absolutely. The name Shift originated from the ability to be able to shift the case on any flat surface. So you can see is over here it's in the horizontal position, so it looks kind of like a soundbar for your home theater system. Or you can leave it in this orientation and it'll look more like a floor speaker.
Okay, and obviously I can see that we're dealing with a vertical arrangement here inside the case. What is the form factor we're dealing with in both chassis here?
Sure, both cases will support an ITX motherboard. The larger Shift X will support a full-size ATX power supply, or you also have the option to go with a small form factor power supply to save some space and also provide some more radiator support. The smaller version, the regular Shift, will only support a small form factor power supply and is more geared towards an all-in-one solution, so you can actually have dual loop CPU cooler and GPU coolers.
Okay, just a bit of an idea as to the graphics cards inside here. Mm-hmm. What's the biggest you can get in the small and then the larger one?
Well, as far as graphics cards, length isn't really an issue. So we provide a graphics card mount, which is actually reversible. So if you wanted to show off your backplate, you can do that. Or if you had a nice water block, you can actually rotate it 180 degrees and show that off through the side panel.
Nice,
well. Mm-hmm.
Lovely. And just having a look at the top here, the material, it feels like it is metal. Is that metal?
Yeah, that's correct. On the Shift X, the top panel is actually made out of aluminum,
right.
Whereas the regular Shift is still plastic. And it's on a hinge support, so you can just open it up here. And then you have access to all of your rear I/O from the motherboard, which is the fastest data transfer rate for USB.
Lovely. Okay, and price and availability on both cases?
Okay, yeah, both cases should be available probably around July, August, sometime in Q3. The price for the smaller Shift will be $109.99 US dollars, and for the Shift X will be $159.99.
Excellent. Okay, thanks, Brian. Sure. Some exciting cases then coming from Phanteks.